Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Laura and I run a small handmade sewing business. Today is just going to be a studio vlog. I have to make some of the candy scrunchies and headbands for orders today, and then I'm going to work on some inventory and some other scrunchies and maybe some makeup bags, so come along.
So as I said in the intro, I'm mainly working on the Candyland collection today. I don't have a lot of the fabric left, so I've just decided to make up the rest of the headbands and scrunchies. So I'm not making it so much to order since they're my most popular item currently. So yeah, come along as I make all the headbands and scrunchies. One thing that is different from these headbands compared to the majority of my other headbands is that the back fabric is a solid color instead of the same as the front fabric. And that's merely just because to save money. This is licensed fabric, so it's a lot more expensive than a majority of my other cotton fabrics. So yeah, this is just to save some money, and also I think it kind of looks nicer with a solid back band, so I may start doing that with some of my other headbands also. Here I am sewing the ends of my scrunchies together and adding in my tags at this point. I think the tags look better in the side seam, and it also gives me a good starting and stopping point when I go and do the burrito method of making the scrunchies.
Hey guys, so today is day 2. I finished getting all the scrunchies sewn yesterday. I have to turn them inside out and slip the elastic in them. Today we are going to finish sewing the rest of the headband pieces together, putting the elastic in them, and then hopefully sewing them together. We're on the small iron today because the big iron is still covered in fabric. If you want to see all those fabrics, I will link it in the card above and at the end of the video. It's my 150 plus yards of fabric haul. I'll be doing that in a live stream, probably actually before this video comes out, but it probably will be more than one live stream to finish putting all of it away. So yeah. So we're going to start just pressing open the seams, and then I'll turn all these inside out.
So to press open the seams of the headbands, I try to hand press them open first, or use my roller to press them open, and then I put a cardboard piece inside of them. This is just so when I press them with the iron, it doesn't transfer a crease to the front of the headbands from the seam in the back. For this fabric, as I found out later, it didn't really matter if I had the cardboard piece or not, because the fabric was thick enough, so it wasn't really transferring as much. For some other fabrics, when they're thin, it really transfers the crease from the open seam in the back to the front when you press it with an iron. So once I'm done pressing opening all the seams, I'll turn the headbands inside out, both the front and back portions. This is easier said than done. The front portions, no problem. The back portions, because they're so thin, can take a little bit to get them to turn inside out. And as you can see, they wrinkle again, so I will be actually doing the final press after I turn them inside out. the scrunchies inside out. I figured if I was turning headbands inside out, I might as well start turning the scrunchies inside out. I did some of this on camera, but most of the time I'll do this at night while watching TV, just because it's a little tedious and takes some time to turn them inside out and then elastic them. But yeah, this probably, with the amount of scrunchies I had, probably took me about half an hour to 45 minutes to do. So perfect to watch some TV while turning them inside out and elasticking them.
So to put the elastic in these, because I need to do stay stitch first, I use this bobbin. So I'll just stick the bobbin on one end. And then I'll just feed it right into it. Of course, not as simple right now. But I'll just feed it in slowly to the end, and then I'll just take them to the machine and do a stay stitch before I scrunch it up and do a stay stitch on the other side, so the elastic stays in place before putting the front of the headband on. So now I'm just going to stitch these in place before I scrunch them and stitch them in place on the opposite side. See, I started the first one just to make sure that my machine tension is at where it should be. So we're just attaching the back bands to the front of the headbands. So pretty simple. I just match up the edges, try to match up the seams on both the front of the headband and back, and then I fold them over so they're straight but overlapping, and then just feed them through the machine. I go forwards, back, forwards again off of it to the next one, just to make sure it's super secure, since that place is going to be pulled on the most. And then after this step, of course, I have to go back and put the other side on, and I'll put my tag in then, and then I'll go through and zigzag all the ends to make sure there's no loose threads. I think it's faster and better than using freight check. So yeah, I'll check back in with you once I'm done with all of this. Okay, so I have all the headbands done, except one. I'm missing a backing. I thought I cut enough, but apparently not, so I'll have to cut one more and finish that off. But yeah, I have all the headbands done. Now I just have to finish the scrunchies off. Headbands will be listed by the time this video goes up. They're currently not on the shop, but I will finish that up today or tomorrow. Probably when this video goes live, they're gonna go live at the same time. And this will be it. This is the last of my headbands, plus a couple extra in storage, but there's only one or two of each in storage. And then the scrunchies. So yeah, let me finish up the scrunchies and then I'll show you everything I have. go. I have finished all the headbands and all the scrunchies. So for the most part, this is going to be it for the Candyland collection. I actually just took a trip to the city where I got the Candyland collection from. I went to the quilt shop. So I was able to get one more yard of Laffy Taffy and one more yard of Butterfinger. But after I bought my yard, she had probably less than a yard left of Laffy Taffy. So after I make about 5 more headbands, 5 more scrunchies, that's going to be it for the Laffy Taffy. Butterfinger she had a bit more of, but there's no guarantee she's going to have any when I get back. Didn't buy any extra of the crunch because it's not selling as well as Butterfinger and Laffy Taffy currently. And she had a lot of it. I actually found it in a back corner. Must have gotten placed back there by accident. So we'll see if she has more or not when I go back again. But if you want something from the Candyland collection, I suggest getting it now because there's not going to be a lot of it left very shortly. So yeah, thank you for joining me for today's studio vlog, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!